Hi guys, I had a couple of you ask if I could make a video for chapter 15 for religion, so I'm going to. The only problem is I don't have a kid's book like you guys do, and some of the answers are in my book, so if I move my phone away from the book or I have my hand over something, it's because I'm covering the answers, okay? So I'm going to start reading, and I will try to do my best and not show you guys the answers, okay? Alright, so chapter 15 says, the Holy Spirit is our helper. Some things we do are habits. Our habits can be good or bad. To brush our teeth every day is a good habit. To bite our nails is a bad habit. Now, in the boxes at the bottom that I'm covering up, there's some habits that we need to see if they are good or bad. So I'm going to try to cover the boxes. It says, Jenny puts her toys away before bedtime. That's probably a good habit we want to get into. Nick says thank you when he gets a gift. Definitely want to do that. Jenny slams the door every morning. Probably not a very good habit. So we're going to put a B for bad habit. Now, Nick always leaves his jacket on the floor. I'm sure Mom and Dad don't like that. Bad habit. Jenny prays to God each day. That's definitely a great habit. So you got to put your B's and your G's in those boxes, okay? Now, a letter from Paul. It says, Paul became a follower of Jesus Christ. He wrote this letter to a group of his first Christians. My dear people, Jesus Christ loves you. He wants you to love others the way you love yourselves. Sometimes it will be hard to be kind and helpful, but Christ gave you the Holy Spirit to be your helper and guide. If you follow the Spirit, the fruits of the Holy Spirit will be yours. You will act with love, joy, and peace. You'll be patient, gentle, and kind. You will have self-control. Those are things that we've talked about. And you can see kindness, joy, love, self-control, peace, patience, gentleness. These are all the fruits of the Holy Spirit. Paul's letter is about loving others. Jesus knows that it would not always be easy to love. That is why Jesus gave us the Holy Spirit. When we love others, the Holy Spirit helps us to be joyful, peaceful, patient, gentle, and kind. He helps us to use self-control. Now, I want you to think of some of the fruits of the Holy Spirit that these children could use, and that would help them. So this child looks like he's ripping up paper. He's really mad. Maybe some patience or a little bit of self-control. So I want you to circle what you think would go with them. This girl looks really sad from, I don't know what, maybe her friend said something not very nice. Maybe she fell down. Maybe her mom just told her, no, you can't go ride your bike right now. And so she's not feeling very happy, but maybe joy or love could help her. And it looks like this kid needs some help. And he doesn't have a very nice look on his face. So he looks like he's being pretty mean. So maybe some gentleness or joy, love, kindness. Those would all be things to help these children and their problems right now. So you circle the ones that you think could help those children. We're going to read about St. Thomas Aquinas. Thomas was very quiet in school. His classmates called him the dumb ox. Thomas's teacher said, one day, quiet, Thomas, will surprise the entire whole world. That is just what he did. Thomas loved God very much. He learned all that he could about his faith. He became a great thinker. Thomas wrote many books about what Catholics believe. People studied Thomas's books. They grew to understand more about God. Thomas read what Paul wrote about the Holy Spirit. He taught people how to use the fruits of the Holy Spirit in their own lives. Thomas believed that the joy of the Holy Spirit could change people. He told people to think of the Holy Spirit as a helper and a friend. Now, our church teaches, when we practice good habits, we share the fruits of the Holy Spirit with others. These fruits are signs that the Holy Spirit is acting in our lives. When we do kind acts again and again, kindness becomes a habit. Our kindness teaches others about the kindness of God. So down here in all this box, there's a lot of letters. It says Sarah has a good habit. Cross out the letters A and M to find out what her good habit is. Then you can write it on the line. So cross out all the A's and all the M's, and you should be left with one word. There are 6 letters left, and it's going to make a word. Now, I'm not going to show you what that word is. I want to see it on your homework. So once you finish that last page and you're ready to start, here we go. Tony's Saturday habit. Tony is fun to play with. He shares his toys. He helps younger children learn new games. He stops fights by saying funny things. Everyone feels good when Tony is around, But Tony has a Saturday habit. He watches TV for 3 hours. All his friends want him to come out and play, but Tony says, I can't. I need to watch my shows. What do you think about Tony's habit? Is it a good habit? Would you rather watch TV for hours and hours and go play with your friends, especially when they want you to? A little TV is not bad, but 3 hours is a lot of time. That's our entire morning at school. Over here, I want you to pick one of the fruits of the Holy Spirit on the tree and circle it. Then, draw how you will use this fruit with someone at home. Maybe you're going to use patience or kindness or self-control. You circle one and draw how you're going to use it. And then down at the bottom, I want you to pick another fruit and draw a box around it. And tell me, how would you use this in school? If we were at school, how would you use one of those fruits of the Spirit? Okay? Go ahead and pause me, and when you're ready, I'll be on the next page. Now, I'm going to turn you around so that I can read the questions for the review. Remember, the chapter reviews are going to be used for our tests now because we're not going to have religion tests. However, all of the answers are in my book. So you're going to have the 5 words up at the top. So you have fruits, Christians, joy, kind, and Jesus Christ. And remember, if it's capitalized in the box, when you write it down at the bottom, it needs to be capitalized. So you fill in the blank. Number 1 says, people who love and follow Jesus Christ are called blank. You choose the best word for that answer. When you're ready, number 2 says, Paul's letter tells us that blank loves us. Sounds like it's going to be a person. The blank of the Holy Spirit are signs that he is acting in our lives. Well, we talked a lot about something of the Holy Spirit, and there was 7 of them, so I would double check on that. Number 4 says, the Holy Spirit helps us to be blank to others. And number 5, the Holy Spirit helps us share our love and blank with others. You figure out what those couple are and you fill in the blanks for me. Then I'm on the very last page, page 234, for the last page of this chapter. Up at the top, there are 12 words in a box. 7 of them are fruits of the Holy Spirit. You circle those 7. Remember, you can look back in the lesson if you need to. Go check it out. Don't miss one. And then down at the bottom, I want you to write one thing that St. Thomas Aquinas taught people about the Holy Spirit. Remember, we read that story about all the books that he read. Talked about how he surprised the world because his classmates used to call him the dumb ox, but his teacher said one day he's going to surprise the entire world. And he did. Tell me about that, okay? So I will see you guys later.